Welcome back. Okay, the studio is filled up.
Yes.
Olawale Shola is here, and
doubled.
of course, Shola Rogers is also here. Shola.
Complaints of the season, Sicilian Tayo.
Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year, guys. Good to see. Happy New Year to you.
Yes, Happy New Year to you too, Tayo.
Yes,
That's
added
Sicilia.
S to it.
Yeah, you missed the S. It's
been a while. Yeah,
it's great to have you back.
It's so nice to be back in the studio.
Yeah, of course. Shola is, he's been repping.
Yeah, I haven't seen Shola this year, right?
Yeah, right. That was like 8 days ago.
Just 8 days ago. It's not too long. Good morning, guys. It's good to have you on the show. All right.
Let's start with the NNL, talking about this Super 8. I mean, to be or not to be, finally, it's on. And, of course, the up shooting. Not a good way to
do that.
Come on. I said up shooting, right?
No, I don't support that team.
Okay.
Yes, you should direct that to me.
Okay, that's you.
That's
you. I have affiliations with Badon, doesn't mean I don't support that
team.
Stationary stores, the whole world knows now.
Let's talk about
the ones that are currently on. Where's stationary stores anyway?
We're in the NNL.
NNL. Okay. Sooner or later, you get promotion, maybe 3 years' time, right? When the whole...
Maybe you have the templates now, because with the way you guys are causing confusion.
What are you guys though?
The people that are predicting kind of things. Maybe
let's
saying something that we don't know.
Okay.
Let's go through the day one result. What really happened? Well, I call it an upset, but Remo Stars happens to be a good side, but we didn't see that result coming against Shooting Stars. Take a look at the result from day one. There you have it. Sunday's result, Gumbe United and Kogi United ended 1-1. And Benin Insurance beat Delta Force 3-0. And Insurance were already 2 goals up before Delta Force. One of their players was red carded. And, of course, they just added 1 to that in the 3-0. Cardiff City and Real Stars, it was 2-2. And Remo Stars, of course, 3SC. No one saw this coming. It was 3-0. That's the result from day one of the Nigerian National League Super 8 taking place in Aba.
Wale, did you, by any chance, follow that match between Remo Stars and Shooting Stars of Ibadan and the outcome? How are you taking it?
I did. I'm happy being a Shooting Stars fan. And,
okay.
It's a good step, though we shouldn't be playing this kind of games. We should be in the Premier League. So I'm happy that playing in the NNL Super League, Super 8, we're doing fine.
Well, you lost, though. It's quite a big loss.
Well, that's why I said we should not be playing this kind of a game.
Yeah, did you catch it? We shouldn't be playing it. I mean, you guys didn't want to go through the Super 8. That's the reason, right?
Sicilia, without pedigree. No, without pedigree.
Okay, pedigree, not based on the fact
no. What I'm saying is that Shooting Star is not a club that should be playing in NNL.
Okay.
This is the first Nigerian side to win a continental title. That's a 97 Cup Winners' Cup.
The past is in the past.
The first, history, pedigree defines the club.
Okay.
Do you understand? But unfortunately, you are still playing the Super League. Losing to Remo Stars, to me, it's absurd. Though it's not out of place, that's football.
Okay.
But I wish that Shooting Stars should take his rightful place in Nigeria football fraternity.
Play better and you get there. Yeah. Shola, what do you think of the game, day one results?
Good results, especially if you support good football and free-flowing football, which is what Remo Stars have been playing in recent times. You know, having been in the MPFL only once, it looks like they're about to get back there. And I think if they do, they would deserve it, because if you see the way they played during the regular NNL season, I think this is a true reflection of where the NNL is.
So you're not surprised at all that they beat up Shooting Stars?
No, I'm not.
3-0?
No, I'm not. It's the same Shooting Stars that played in the NNL, isn't it?
Yes.
So go and check what happened in the regular season. You know, they did well enough to make it into the Super 8 or Final 8 or whatever this thing is called. But the truth is that it's a true reflection of who they are.
Now, I mean, there's some games that's going to go down today, definitely, and you're going to be having Insurance up against Remo Stars of Ogun. That game is going to be at 2 p.m., and that's the one everyone will be looking at. And, of course, the game between Delta Force will start very soon, and the game between Real Stars and Gombe United is on now. I mean, for Insurance and Remo Stars.
You know, the interesting thing about Benin Insurance and Remo Stars was that in the FA Cup, or ITO Cup, as it's now called, the Remo Stars with that team did the impossible.
Yeah.
You know, so but we're not going to go with that and think that they will come and roll over Benin Insurance, because I think while everybody was arguing, Benin Insurance were still in camp. They were playing games and all of that, and it showed in the way they demolished the Delta Force. Yeah. You know, they took the force away from Delta yesterday.
I love that. And we're also looking at another game between Kogi and Kada. These two games, I mean, it's a draw. They've got 1 point each. The other one also a draw. You have two teams that lost their opening game as much as 3-0, also facing against each other.
You know, the major thing is that two teams that won their game with the same goal margin are playing. So to me, it might determine what happens in the Super League. Why two teams that lost two, they have the opportunity to salvage their hope of doing well in the Super League. So Shooting Stars has no choice today, other than to get a good result against Delta Force. Because if they don't get a good result, that's the Ulabalo, the euphoria that greeted the season qualifying the Super League, it will be all gone. Yes,
absolutely. And if you check,
so they have no choice other than to win that game. It's a must-win for them.
Must win for them. The game between Real Stars and Gombe United is still goalless. 60 minutes into that game, we'll see how this one will end. But you know, Kogi United and Kaduna. I mean, there's some. That's talking about Kada City now from Kaduna. There's some matches you just look at and you can easily predict who will get this one.
You need to be careful because these two, they're used to each other. They play in the same side of the NNL, you know, and they played during the regular season. But I know that in the last 2-3 seasons, Kogi has been on a steady rise, and this might just be their way into the Premier League and the top league in Nigeria. They've gotten a result already. Today, if they can at least put 3 points on the board, they have 1 foot in the league, in the Premier League.
Before we wrap up the segment now, I mean, who your favorite teams to actually get that promotion? You just need 4. We have 8 here.
Okay, definitely, I want Bender Insurance to make it back because of the history behind that team and the fact that if they come back, they might be able to ginger a lot of people to follow the league again. So I'm rooting for them, and I've seen the way they've played in recent times. It's not been that bad. And they have a lot of support from their deputy governor. It's amazing. So I am rooting for them. I want them because of the history. I want Remo Stars back, not because of anything, but because of the way they have played during the season and the structure that that team has put in place. So those two on this side, and on the other side, Kogi United and maybe Kada, depending on how things pan out.
Okay. No shooting. Okay, sorry.
So
which team?
Definitely, you know, I wish Shooting to be among the 4 teams that will qualify.
But they have to win today.
But they have to win today. It's the ball is in their court. They can still do what needs to be done so that they can qualify. But definitely, Remo Stars, with their style of play, they've been doing well. Cecilia, let's face the fact they've laid the foundation to be a good, great club in Nigeria. So if they go along that way, they can go further and come back to the Premier League. While Kaduna United, too. And again, I said it before, Bender Insurance because of the history. You know, the days of Rolando Were, Wilson Oruma. Bender Insurance was a club that anytime they are coming to Lagos and Ibadan, fans will go to Liberty Stadium, Adamasiba, Unikon, National Stadium to have a feel of good football. Because they were the one that changed the dominance of Rangers and Shooting Stars in the Nigerian Football League. So having them back, not only big glamour, a big glitz, it's an opportunity to have teams with pedigree playing each other. It increases the fans' participation in our league. So I want them to be back.
Okay, they know what to do. They already won their first game. What they have to do, the next one is take it, beat Remo Stars, and you know, get ready, almost there. Okay, let's leave this one
for the NNL Super 8 for now. Of course, we're still monitoring our situation, action over there. We're bringing you updates on our subsequent shows. Let's talk about international football now. In August, Victor Moses announces his retirement, says he doesn't want to play for the Super Eagles anymore. That, you know, generated quite a bit of you know, reaction. And some people didn't like it, and a lot of people were like, okay, fine, fair enough, bye-bye, he can go. But the story coming out now is that Shola and Wale, the NFF president, is on record as saying that he is scheduled to meet Victor Moses and discuss his international future and basically bring him back into the Eagles fold. I'm going to get your thoughts on that now. I can see you shaking your head already now, Shola. But let's listen to NFF president Amaji Pinnick speaking on Victor Moses' likely return to the Super Eagles.
With all due respect to Nigerians, I'm talking to Victor Moses. because I believe he's somebody that has paid his dues, and he shouldn't just leave Nigeria unceremoniously. And I told him that. I talk to him every day. You know, I make him understand the reason why. You know, he's very eager. He's very, very eager, but he still wants to talk to. It's not as if, even if he said I'm begging him, I don't mind. It's not as if there are no players there, but you see, we should encourage our players so the others will know that when they say, "Oh, I'm retiring," maybe it's out of ego. You need to bring them. It's like your wife say, "Oh, I'm not going to this event." You know she wants to go to the event, so you go and beg her, "Sweetheart, please come, let's go." She will come and go to the event, and of course, when she gets to the event, she will make an impact. So it's the same thing that we are doing here. He has paid his dues. I recall the Nations Cup we won. The game we played against Ethiopia, 10 minutes at the end of the game, he scored 2 penalties. And those penalties catapulted us to the quarterfinals and eventually led. So you don't just wake and say, he's going, let him go. No. You know, I'll be meeting with him I'll be meeting with him next week, in a fortnight, and his agent, Neil. We'll run discussion. And even if he wants to go, there must be a ceremony for him to go. And that's the truth. Look at what they did to Wayne Rooney. They brought him back, gave him the company. We must celebrate them at every point in time. And that is the truth.
All right, there. That's
there
it. NFF President Amaji Pinnick there on Victor Moses' likely return to the Super Eagles. And you've been laughing. You laughed through the interview.
Since this story broke.
I wonder why.
I've been laughing.
Why?
And I'm still laughing after watching the president of the NFF. It's really sad. You see, we tend to muddle things up. Nigerians did not kick him out. He resigned. Now, in resigning, he gave us a reason. He said he wanted young people to come through the ranks.
Okay.
Immediately he did that, young people came through the ranks.
Okay, young people came through the ranks. Let's go for a break now. We'll come back. We'll continue the discussion.